In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best small forward cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to D tier. And I will say the small forward position is probably the most stacked position in this entire game. It feels like we're getting a top tier small forward every single Friday drop, and even on Tuesdays, we're getting cards like Galaxy Trevor Booker, who looks really good. We're getting 100 overall James Worthy, who's a top tier small forward. There is just a plethora of top tier small forwards in my team. We have about 40 of the best in the game, and I'll be giving you guys my rankings. But let me know in the comment section down below, what small forwards are you guys currently rocking on your team? And of course, let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. Now, first small forward here is going to be Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. The thing I will say about Beasley is I think his Pink Diamond card, I don't know if you can have him in S tier just because the lack of badges, lack of defense, and also just because I like to keep the S tier category to like the top 5 small forwards in this game. Is Pink Diamond Beasley a top 5 small forward in this game anymore? I'm going to have to say realistically no, and I do think he's going to be in probably the highest A tier category. He's probably going to be the best small forward in the A tier category. Now, a for sure 100% S tier small forward is going to be Giannis, easily the best small forward in this game and potentially the best card in this game because they made Invincible Giannis seriously unstoppable. 6'11" at small forward, 7'4" wingspan. I mean, he comes with 12 legend badges equipped. He's got legend, brick wall, immovable, interceptor, on-ball menace, paint patroller, and post lockdown. Ridiculous for Giannis. And then you take a look at his jump shot. They gave him a really good release. He's got the Pro 2 fade. He's got Trey behind the back. He's got Kemba escape, Steve Francis size up, Garland dribble style. They basically gave him the best movement in this game while also having a top tier jump shot with 12 legend badges and 99 every single stat on a 6'11" Giannis card with one of the best player models in this game. I mean, you could probably bet how good that card is. He is the easily best small forward right now in my team. Dennis Rodman, I like this card, but I do not like his jump shot. I think he's still B tier. I don't know, like, do you go C tier for Dennis Rodman because of his jump shot? I think I'm going to go C tier. We got so many good small forwards on this list that I think realistically he's going to be in C tier. Aaron Gordon, though, he's going to be in D. I do not like this card's jump shot. I do like Dennis Rodman's release a lot more, and I think he's slightly better of a defensive card than Aaron Gordon. So I do think there's kind of a difference there, and I think Aaron Gordon is like a tier below Dennis Rodman. They are very similar small forwards where they're really well-rounded, and they're good at everything else besides their jump shots, but I do like Rodman's a little bit more, and I think he's going to be in C tier. Talking about Dark Matter, Giannis, I think he's got to be A. He's not his Invincible card, but he's still a really, really good small forward option if you guys don't have the Invincible, unless you got Giannis for free, you know, out of one of the Dark Matter option packs or one of the Dark Matter packs, or maybe pulled this card during the All-Star Festival. I mean, he's still a great small forward to have. Is he going to be moving like the Invincible? Does he have the top tier jump shot that the Invincible has? No. But is he still going to play ridiculously good defense, be one of the more versatile defenders in this game? 100% yes, and I think he's easily going to be in that A tier category. Now, talking about Galaxy Trevor Booker, I think B tier is probably fair for this card. I haven't exactly used this card yet, but I do want to get you guys a gameplay hopefully tomorrow, or I guess today once you guys are seeing this video. But he looks good. 6'8" at small forward, 6'10" wingspan. He looks like a really good small forward card. A little bit concerned about that jump shot. I think it should be good. I mean, you know what? You could probably put Trevor Booker in A tier. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go high. I might go high B tier or low A. I think I'll go high B tier for now when we're talking about the Galaxy Trevor Booker card. Talking about 100 overall Chris Webber, I still think he's a top 5 small forward in this game, but I think it's a lot closer than people would expect. But I do think he's still going to be S. He's still got a ridiculously good jump shot. He still is a 100 overall card with great dribbling animations. Talking about the Dark Matter Michael Beasley. Now, this is a surefire S tier small forward, just like Giannis. I mean, if we're not counting Kevin Durant as a small forward, which I am technically, just because I know some people would be wondering, you know, where Kevin Durant is. So we'll talk about that card at the end of the tier list. But I do consider Kevin Durant to, I guess, be a small forward card as well, even though I know most people that have that card would just run him at the shooting guard position. But I do think if we don't count Kevin Durant in the top, you know, small forward ranking, I think Beasley's probably number 2. I mean, he is just so good. He's a lot better than his Pink Diamond card at the higher levels. Now, at the lower levels, it doesn't really matter too much because the defense, the faster jump shot, and the better dribble sigs. But at the higher level, it does matter quite a bit. And Dark Matter Beasley is easily going to be an S tier. Dark Matter Kevin Durant, I don't love this card, but I also don't necessarily hate this card either. I think C tier is fair. I don't think he's a B tier small forward anymore, but I do think he's really good, and I think C tier is a very fair ranking. Talking about the 100 overall James Worthy, I would give him A tier. I like this card's jump shot. He plays really good defense. He's great at slashing to the basket. I wish his dribble sigs were a little bit better, but I think he's a really good all-around small forward. A tier feels fair to me. Talking about Dark Matter Luol Deng, I think he's very high A. I think he's probably one of the highest cards in A tier. I don't think he's a top 5 small forward, but you know what? He's damn near close. He might be a top 5 small forward, dude, because Kevin Durant's going to be in there. Blake Griffin probably going to be in there potentially. You got cards like AK, you got cards like Tim Thomas. I mean, there's a chance he's an S tier, but I think for now, gonna keep Luol Deng in A. Definitely one of the higher tiers in A. I mean, he is so good defensively with a really good jump shot. That Donovan Mitchell base, Oscar Robertson upper is a great jump shot. I love his dribbling animations and especially that defense at the small forward position, but I do think for right now, he's gonna be in high A tier. Talking about Dark Matter LeBron, B tier feels fair to me. He doesn't seem like an A tier small forward anymore, but you got to give LeBron that respect that he is still a really good card, and I think we could be seeing his Invincible. I would expect it to be an Invincible card, not his 100 overall card. Just like Giannis, they skipped 100 overall, went straight to the Invincible. I think it's gonna be the same thing for LeBron. He's got to drop in season 6, whether it's another position set, whether it's the next set and it's just some like glitch set. He's got to come out pretty soon. I mean, Giannis was the other Dark Matter in the All-Star set, and I do believe those were the first Dark Matters in this game. I could be wrong on that, but usually every single year the first Dark Matters are the All-Star set. Could be wrong about that, but I believe those were the first 2 Dark Matters in this game, and I think easily LeBron comes out in the next couple weeks and it's going to be one of the best cards in this entire game. But for now, I think Dark Matter LeBron's going to be in B tier. Talking about 100 overall Tatum, call me crazy, but I think he's also in B tier. I do not like this card jump shot that much. Yes, he's still a 100 overall card, so yes, he's still B tier. He's still a great option at the small forward position, but I do not like his behind the back. I'm not a huge fan of his size up. I'm not a huge fan of the De'Aaron Fox dribble style. I like the Pro 2 fade. I'm not a big fan of his jump shot. So it's like, yeah, he's a great card on paper, stats and badges wise. He's basically just Dennis Rodman with a better jump shot because he's going to play that defense that Dennis Rodman does, but he's not going to have the sigs that Dennis Rodman has, to be honest, and his jump shot's not that much better. But I do think he's a better card, and I think he's going to be in B tier. Talking about Keegan Murray, this card's honestly not that great. Gonna throw him in D tier. I think Rudy Gay at this point in my team feels like a high C tier option. Good all-around small forward, has a nice smooth jump shot, easy to time, and is a really good slashing card. Lamar Odom, again, not a huge fan of this card. Feel like he's very mediocre at the small forward position. Sean Kemp is good. I like Sean Kemp's slashing ability. He's got a good jump shot, but that slashing is really good on Dark Matter Kemp. He's great at getting to the basket. And he's not a bad defender, not great, but he's definitely not bad. I think Dark Matter MPJ is growing on me a little bit. I think this card's underrated at the small forward position, but I don't think you can throw him any higher than C tier. Galaxy Super LeBron is in the same tier as Dark Matter LeBron. They're pretty much the same card. I mean, the jump shot difference does matter because the Dark Matter has his jump shot on very quick timing compared to only on normal on the Galaxy Opal. But besides that, they're very similar cards and they're both going to be in that B tier category. I think Danny Granger for me feels like a C tier card, not as good as LeBron, Trevor Booker, and Tatum, but it's not a bad small forward as well. I think C tier is fair for Danny Granger. Hedo Turkoglu, not a huge fan of this card, gonna throw him in D tier. Don't like his jump shot, feels very wonky to me. It doesn't play too much defense. Now Dark Matter Tim Thomas, this is where it gets to such a tough debate. Do you put Tim Thomas in S or do you put Tim Thomas in A? Because I think Luol Deng is probably a better card because of the defense he plays. So maybe we go S tier for Luol Deng and we go A tier for Tim Thomas, but there's so many great small forwards that I realistically don't know what to do. So I think for now, we're going to keep Tim Thomas in A and Luol Deng in the S tier category. Jared Wallace, I like. I think he's a good small forward option. I don't know if, like, is he B tier or is he C? He's probably C tier in my opinion. He's a good card though, good defender. Scotty Barnes, honestly hate this card, even though I'm a Raptors fan and I'm kind of a Scotty Barnes fan. I would say he's honestly not that great. Gonna throw him in D tier. Adam Morrison, not for me. Do not like his jump shot. I feel like his movement is a little bit overrated. I know people love this card. I'm just personally not a huge fan of him. Not great with him personally, but I do think he's gonna be in C tier. Tyler Hansbrough and Carlos Boozer are both really good small forward options. I love both of those cards jump shot. I think Tyler Hansbrough is a little bit better just because he's a more well-rounded defender and also does have the Pro 2 fade, but I think both of these cards are easily going to be in that B tier category. Talking about Kenyon Martin, he's a solid small forward, actually very underrated, but I do think he's going to be in C tier. Dark Matter Josh Smith is pretty much just LeBron with a better jump shot and slightly better dribble sigs. So for me personally, I think he's going to be an A tier, just kind of that step above Dark Matter LeBron. Blake Griffin, this is where it gets tough. Like, do you go Blake in S or do you go Blake in A? Because Blake Griffin's really good, but I'm not like the biggest fan of his jump shot. It's a good release, but I'm not like loving his jump shot more than Luol Deng, because I don't think he's got a better jump shot than Tim Thomas, and his dribble sigs aren't that amazing. So I think realistically, as much as I think Blake is a really good card, I just don't see him being in the S tier category. I think Tim Thomas is probably better of a card at the small forward position, and I do think he's going to be an A tier. Talking about Jonathan Isaac, I like this card's defense. I think because of his defensive ability, gonna throw him in that low B tier. Miles Bridges, not a huge fan of this card, gonna throw him in D tier. Galaxy Simple Giannis, he's probably on the same ranking as his Dark Matter. I mean, maybe you could throw him in like high B tier, but just because we got LeBron's cards on the same tier, I think we should throw Giannis's cards on the same tier because they're pretty much the same card as their Dark Matter versions. Talking about Pink Diamond Jonathan Bender, really good small forward card. I mean, I would take him over Kevin Durant. I would take him over all of these Dark Matters because he's 7 foot with a really quick jump shot and does play some nice defense in game. Talking about Jamal Mashburn, he's also a solid small forward. Gonna throw him in C tier. Terry Dishinger feels like a B tier small forward to me. He's undersized at the small forward position, only being 6'7", but he does have really good dribble sigs. He has a really good jump shot, and he's a great offensive card at the small forward position. Antoine Jameson feels like low B tier to me. I do like this card at small forward. I really do like his jump shot. Lauri Markkanen, kind of overrated. Gonna throw him in C tier. I think Dark Matter AK, again, we'll talk about here in a second because he easily could be in the S tier category. Talking about Danilo Gallinari, not a huge fan of this card realistically. Gonna throw him in like probably C tier. Tony Kukoc, not a huge fan of. And then Invincible Kevin Durant. This is where it gets tricky, guys, because I only personally like to have 5 cards in the S tier category on this position tier list. Like, I don't want to have 10 small forwards in S. I just feel like that's too many cards in the S tier category. But it feels bad leaving like an AK, leaving a Tim Thomas, leaving a Blake Griffin. But I don't want to have this many cards in the S tier category. So if you wanted to have the tier list like this, I could understand it. If you wanted to put 8 cards in the S tier category, that makes sense. Or like maybe you want to put James Worthy in there as well. But realistically, I want to keep it to 5. So honestly, I'm going to drop AK down. I'm going to drop Tim Thomas down, but I do understand if those cards want to be in S tier as well. I know some people are probably going to comment and be like, I'm delusional for having them in A tier. But again, just understand my philosophy, at least coming from my personal preference. When I make these tier lists, I like to have only the top 5 small forwards in this game. And in my opinion, these are the top 5 small forwards. I like Luol Deng slightly more than an AK, a Tim Thomas, and a Blake, but I think those are probably the next 3 best cards in the A tier category. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I love to hear your guys' comments, what you guys would change about my tier list, and let me know what small forwards are you guys currently rocking in game. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.